Hello, my dear children. Today I am going to discuss the chapter. We will continue the chapter sound. We have discussed the three parts of the chapter sound. Today I am going to discuss the fourth part of the chapter sound. Beta ji, we have discussed about the frequency, amplitude, and the time period in the previous chapter. Now I come on the topic characteristics of sound. There are two main characteristics of sound, loudness and pitch. I have also discussed that the sound travel in the form of waves and there is a source of sound, it is hill, this is valley. These two are hills and these two are valleys. And I have also discussed that there are two regions when the sound travel. One is called the compression and other is called the rarefaction. When it propagate, it travel, it form compression and rarefaction. What is the meaning of compression? The region of high pressure is called the compression and the region of low pressure is called the rarefaction. Or I have already told you what is the compression. When the molecules are very close to each other, like this. Compression is there when the molecules are close to each other, compression, and when they are present at a distance, rarefaction is there. So the sound travel in the form of compression and rarefaction. Compression is called the region of high pressure and high density, and rarefaction is called the region of low pressure and low density. Now in this diagram, you are able to see these hills and valleys. Upper portion is hill and lower is the valley. This, or you can also say crust and trough. This upper is called the crust and lower is called the trough. The crust is hills and it shows the compression, and this lower portion, trough, is shows the rarefaction, or the valley shows the rarefaction. Now when we take the distance between two consecutive crust or two consecutive trough, then it is called the wavelength. It is the wavelength. It is represented by the term lambda, like this, lambda. Now about the wavelength you will study in the higher classes, also not given in your book properly, that the rarefaction and the compression is there. The distance between two consecutive compression or two consecutive rarefaction is called the lambda. You know that the very important characteristics of sound is the loudness. The loudness of the sound depend upon the amplitude. What is amplitude? We have discussed, I am just repeating. This is a bob. When this is at the 0 point or on the rest position, when this bob from O position goes to A, the maximum distance covered by a bob from its mean position, from the central position or the 0 position, it is called the amplitude. The loudness of the sound depend upon the amplitude of vibrations. Loudness of sound is square of the amplitude of vibrations. If the amplitude is increased 2 times beta, the loudness increases 4 times. So जितना amplitude ज़्यादा होगा उतनी ज़्यादा क्या होगी loudness. The loudness of sound depend upon the amplitude. Loudness of sound is square of the amplitude of vibration. If the amplitude increases 2 times, loudness increase 4 times. How can we measure it? We can measure the amplitude in the decibel. Unit is decibel. We denote this by dB. There are different types of sound when we measure the different amplitude. When we the breathing sound have the value 10 decibel, 10 dB. Whispering sound 20 decibel. Normal talking, when we talk, it is 40 decibel. Shouting, it's 90 decibel, which come under the category of loud sound. And if the sound having the amplitude more than 100 decibel, beta note down, if the sound having the amplitude more than 100 decibel, then it is called noise. It is also called disturbing sound. The thunder having the amplitude, thunder is having amplitude 120 to 220 decibel. When there is bomb blast or some rocket is going, then it has the amplitude above 300 decibel. So the value of the amplitude above 100 decibel leads to the noise or the noise pollution. Now, what is the resonating sound? You know that the sound which remain in the air for a longer time, when somebody speak or some vibration comes in the air and these vibration remain in the air for the longer time, that sound is called the resonating sound. That sound is called the resonating sound. And you know, for producing the resonating sound, the instrument, and it depends upon the amplitude. The instrument like tabla, drum, sitar, violin, santoor, they are provided with the hollow box. In these instruments, in these musical instruments, there is a hollow box present down or beneath it, because to produce the resonating sound, for producing the higher loudness, higher amplitude, so that the sound remain in the air for a longer time, and this type of sound is called the resonating sound. Now I come to the next characteristics of sound, that is pitch. What is pitch? Pitch is the characteristics of sound which is related to frequency. Beta ji, what is frequency? We have also discussed that what is frequency. The number of vibration made by a vibrating object in 1 second is called the frequency, and the unit is hertz. The number of vibrations made by a vibrating body or an object in 1 second is called the frequency. The frequency is related to pitch. जितना ज़्यादा frequency होगी, higher is the frequency, higher is the pitch. Shrill sound has high pitch and soft sound has low pitch, because the shrill sound has high frequency, means the sound is making more vibrations, more frequency in 1 second, and the soft sound has low pitch. So you know that why there is a difference between the sound of male and female voice. The women have the sound of high frequency, and the male has sound of high amplitude. That's why the voice of male is louder than the voice of female, and the female voice is shrill, तीखी, पतली जिसको बोलते हैं. The female voice is shriller than the male voice because it has higher frequency. So the female voice has higher frequency, and the male voice has higher amplitude. So beta ji, these are the characteristics of the sound. Now in the next class we will discuss the next topic of the sound. Thank you. Have a good day.